We are officially 1 month away to the end of the 2024 Fresh season. Can you believe it? We're halfway through reaching the 2-year mark of Splatoon 3's life cycle, and it's crazy to think about how so much time has passed already. With the current season ending, I want to touch on the topic of the next season coming out and my wish list of what I want to be added in Splatoon 3. Now, some of the things I mention here may be a bit far-fetched in Nintendo standards, but hey, a girl can dream. Before we start this video, be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing so far, and comment down below if you have any ideas of what you want to see in the coming season, or if you agree, disagree, and all that fun stuff. So let's dive right in. First up on my wish list is more picture mode customizations. Okay, does anyone still remember the picture mode feature that is in the game since release? Just me? Alright. But for those who don't know what it is, if you just stand anywhere in the main hub or go on recon through one of the staff characters, you can press the minus button on your controller to bring up a little camera drone which you can take pictures with. The concept is simple, but the thing is that you are very limited in what you can do, so let's try to fix that. First of all, I want to increase the amount of poses that you can do. I mean, like, there's so many emotes in the game now that they are not in picture mode yet, and I really want Nintendo to add these newer emotes that they've added in the past seasons so they can be used in picture mode. It could be done in a way that you can only use the emotes that you unlocked or earned so far, so you gotta work with what you got. This gives you, the player, all the more reason to unlock all those emotes that you missed from the past seasons. Another thing I would like is the ability to pick the time of day we take pictures in. It would be so cool to take pictures at night or take pictures in the big run versions of the stages. They will add so many possibilities for cool screenshots. Ooh, can we also get predetermined ink colors for our inklings before we go in recon and take the pictures? I mean, I don't want to constantly leave and re-enter recon just to get the right ink color for my character. It's such a big inconvenience. Number 2 on my list is more player cosmetics. Cosmetics aren't just for looking fresh or gear abilities, but they're a way to express yourself and build your character's individuality. Therefore, I propose the option to give our player characters the ability to have color fingertips to further achieve this. Most idols in-game have some type of gradient color on their fingers that complements their look and personalities. If we had this kind of option for our player characters, we'll be able to make ourselves look fresher than they already are. We can have the colors of their fingers change depending on the color team they are, kind of how it works in Splatfest for the idols, or we can have a predetermined color that the player picks for their Inkling or Octoling. Speaking of colors, can we have color lock on our Inkling's hair when we're in the hub? I don't know what use this would be, but I like to have my Inkling in a very specific ink color, purple. And I want them to stay that color when I'm walking around the hub for some reason. And I don't know, I just love purple. Purple's really nice. If you couldn't tell, purple is my favorite color. Adding on to the topic of player cosmetics, I want more variety of clothing options. One thing I really want added are more earrings or piercings. I mean, there are only 3 options of those, and I want more. These would make our characters look so cute. Speaking of cute, can we add dresses? Something like short length, like a sundress or something like that. So the devs don't have a stroke trying to animate the physics of those things. Along with new gear items, I really want new gear adjustments to different clothing too. This includes headphones that can be worn on the neck, shoes that can be taken off where the socks are just showing, flipping between casual and sports mode on Crocs. Let's see what else. Masks that can be worn on the chin or on the neck. I don't know how to describe that. Jackets with zippers that can be zipped down. I mean, I think those would be really cool looking, making our characters look a bit more unique in the sea of different Inklings and Octolings rocking out their styles and stuff. Also, can we have new hairstyles, especially for the Octolings? They deserve new styles to rock. Splatoon 2 had an update where they added new hairstyles. Why can't Splatoon 3 do that too? In Splatoon art books, they show so many hairstyle concepts that I think will work really well in the game. So, Nintendo, get on to that, please. Number 3 on my list are more locker customizations. I'm talking wallpapers with different patterns that you can put on the walls of these lockers, like stickers or something like that. The ability to switch between different locker sizes that you unlock, since when you start off you have a small locker and then you get the big one. Like the ability to switch between the big one and small one would be really cool. Ooh, what about saving the layout of the lockers that you make, kind of like freshest fits, but instead of gear, it's how you organize your lockers, and you can switch between 7 different saved layouts. Oh my god, that would be so cool. That is not even in my script, I just thought of that. Oh my god, I am such a genius, y'all. Additionally, I want to be able to display my items in my locker kind of sideways because it looks cooler like that. I know there was a glitch in the earlier days of Splatoon 3 that allowed you to do that, but they patched that pretty quickly, unfortunately. And I know some people out there are too scared to change their locker layouts again because people won't be able to display their items like that again, and that just ruins the entire layout of their locker that they've tried so hard to achieve. And I get that, so why don't we bring that back as an actual feature for our lockers? This way it will allow more variety, and it allows our lockers to be more unique and personalized to each player, despite lockers being a bit forgettable since you're just there for the gameplay. These new features will add so much potential to something so simple on paper. Also, can we fix the physics in lockers? My stuff will start trembling whenever I move something too close to another object, and it'll be like a little mini earthquake taking place in my locker, and it just kind of bothers me a little bit. So can we fix that, please, Nintendo? Pretty please. Number 4 on my list is the additions of a few new weapons. Every new season comes with new weapons, because it's always been a thing, I don't know. Now with this new wave of weapons, I mostly want to focus on bringing back old weapons from previous games. A prime example of this is the dual squelcher from Splatoon 1, which you can no longer play with because of, obviously, the shutting down of the Splatoon 1 servers, unfortunately. So adding this weapon to Splatoon 3 would be a perfect addition. Yes, I know, the dually squelchers exist, but I believe that these two weapons have very different mechanics that would allow them to coexist in the game without any problem. Not to get technical or anything, but the dual squelcher exists as a variant to the jet squelcher, but with a faster fire rate in exchange of less range, while the dually squelchers are a dually variant with higher range and mobility to make up for its slow fire rate. So in my eyes, it all checks out. Another thing I want them to bring back is not a weapon, but a special bomb rush. It's kind of sad to see this beloved and underrated special fade into the background and never to be seen again. It would be so fun to see it reworked into Splatoon 3 in some way, like the Trizuka in the Big Bubbler. It will also be nice to bring in the third iterations of some weapons like the Splat Shot, Splat Roller, or the Splat Chargers like in the previous games. If you have any idea what their kits could be like, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear some of your ideas and suggestions in the matter, because I have none right now. Number 5, new stages. Stages are usually added during a new season, so let's jump right into that real quick. Since we're on the topic of returning features and stuff like that, I think it would be fair to bring back some old maps from the previous games. My top 2 picks will be a rework of Salt Spray Rig from the first game and the Reef from Splatoon 2. Salt Spray Rig would be added in a way to commemorate the shutting down of the Splatoon 1 servers, and that you can't play on this map anymore without hacking your Wii U to do so. The Reef will be added for how after you beat Side Order you unlock Incopla Square as your primary hub world. This stage was also one of the stages mostly used in Splatoon 2 promotional materials when it was still being supported, although I think Starfish main stage was used more, but anyways, it will be a great callback to the second game as a whole. Number 6 on my list are new emotes. The list of emotes we have currently are alright to say the least, but there are a few emote ideas I wanted added to the game. Starting off with a Squid Sisters emote. We already have an off the hook and deep cut emote with their own respective dance moves and stuff like that, but the Squid Sisters deserve to have their own special emote as well. It would be really cool. Also, can we have more weapon emotes? It's criminal that we only have 3 emotes with weapons. Weapons emotes have that charm that no other emote has. It's like the perfect way to show a cephalopod's unbreakable bond with their weapon. Speaking of bonds, can we have a little buddy emote? I mean, like, little buddy exists for like story mode and stuff, but like it would be really cool to see him involved in other things, like an emote of sorts. It would also be a really cool way to show off all of our little buddies. And finally, number 7, Splatfest. So, we already got Splatoween, Frosty Fest, Spring Fest. It is now time for Summerfest. Since you know summer's coming up for us in the Northern Hemisphere, it's only right to have a special Splatfest for every season, am I right? I imagine Summerfest to be filled to the brim with summertime decor and vibes. Now, the theme, I imagine it to be around the lines of where would you rather go on vacation at? A beach? Going camping? Or relaxing in a cruise? Honestly, it's like the perfect theme for summer since like a lot of people travel during the summer, spending time with family. I personally would be on Team Beach because that's my go-to place whenever I'm out with the fam. It's basic, but it's a good choice for me. Now, usually there's more than one Splatfest, right? So, allow me to drop another Splatfest theme onto you guys. Now, what makes this next theme special is that it's a throwback to an old fest from Splatoon 1. Which vehicle is superior? Cars, planes, or trains? I would be on Team Planes personally, and like I know planes are can be uncomfortable at times, but it's not always about the journey. It's about where you're heading, like the place, your destination. And like a plane can easily take you all around the globe and like wherever you want. So, Team Planes for me. So, let me know down in the comments what team would you guys join if these Splatfests were to be. And yeah, that concludes my very long wish list for the next season. Do these seem like very unlikely and ambitious? Yes. Will Nintendo ever consider these things to be added in the game? Probably not. But hey, I can dream. Am I right? So thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe, and stay fresh everybody. Bye.